Ever wonder why every year, as the leaves start to fall and the air gets a little chillier, we start carving pumpkins, dressing up in costumes, and indulging in an excess of candy? Today, we peel back the layers of time to uncover the origins and evolution of Halloween. Halloween's roots trace back over 2,000 years to the ancient Celtic festival of Samhain. This day, which marked the end of harvest season and the beginning of winter, was believed to be a time when the boundary between the living and the dead dissolved and ghosts returned to Earth. Fast forward to the 8th century, Pope Gregory III designated November 1st as a time to honor All Saints. The evening before was known as All Hallows' Eve and later Halloween. This Christian holiday incorporated many of the traditions of Samhain, creating a blend of beliefs and customs that started to look a bit more like the Halloween we know today. By the mid-19th century, waves of Irish immigrants fleeing the potato famine brought Halloween to the United States. It was during this time that Halloween began to lose its religious and ghostly overtones and shifted towards a more community-centered celebration. At the turn of the 20th century, Halloween parties for both children and adults became the most common way to celebrate. These parties focused on games, foods of the season, and festive costumes. By the 1920s and 1930s, Halloween had become a secular, community-centered holiday with parades and town-wide parties. However, it was also during this time that Halloween pranks, which were previously more about harmless fun, began to take a destructive turn, leading to a push for an organized, community-based trick-or-treating. The tradition of trick-or-treating, which is perhaps the most iconic aspect of Halloween today, didn't really take hold until the 1950s. This was a relatively inexpensive way for an entire community to share in the Halloween celebration. In the decades that followed, Halloween continued to evolve, with the emphasis shifting from community gatherings to family-friendly activities, such as home decorating and costume parties. To sum things up, Halloween has a rich and varied history that spans over 2 millennia. It began as the ancient Celtic festival of Samhain, evolved into a Christian holiday to honor All Saints, and was brought to America by Irish immigrants. Over the years, it has shifted from a religious and ghostly celebration to a community-centered holiday, and finally to the family-friendly event that we know today. Throughout its history, Halloween has been a time of celebration and superstition, a time to gather together and, of course, a time to enjoy some delicious treats. So next time you're carving a pumpkin or choosing a costume, remember the ancient roots of this holiday and the many transformations it has undergone to become the Halloween we know and love today. And now, as we draw this journey to a close, we'd like to remind you to like this video if you've enjoyed our dive into the history and evolution of Halloween. Your likes help us to create more content that you love. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button too, so you won't miss out on any of our upcoming videos. We have a lot more exciting content planned, and we can't wait to share it with you. If you have any thoughts or questions about Halloween's history and evolution, or if you have any suggestions for future video topics, please leave a comment below. We love hearing from you and value your input. So as we say goodbye to October's spookiest celebration for another year, remember to keep the spirit of Halloween alive, not just in the costumes and candies, but in the community and camaraderie it fosters. Stay tuned, stay curious, and as always, thank you for being a part of our journey. Until next time, happy Halloween.